Auntie Peg, all right?
Hey everybody, live. Episode 90. What's your problem, Sue? You don't want to be on camera? Why? You were stretched out like you're going to Aruba.
The whole and cold covered blanket over there.
We don't own a blanket that doesn't have tons of fucking holes in it for some reason.
Jay, what could cause that?
Here's your girl, Sue. Want to give us the lowdown? What's going on with Miranda Lambert?
What's going on, Marie Lambert? I don't even know.
Sue has the dirt.
Oh, Sue's dishing it?
She's dishing it.
All right.
So apparently,
Hot take.
It's a hot take. She's watching.
her husband, so
She did get married
they
again.
did get married.
And who's he?
She was married
He
to
is
Blake
a-
Shelton,
They got divorced because he cheated on her.
Gotcha.
who's banging no
So
doubt girl.
this cop was engaged,
Okay.
cheated on his fiance,
Ooh, scandalous.
got the girl he cheated on his fiance with pregnant,
Should have used the condom.
and left her, and is now married to Miranda Lambert.
So he pulled
Nice.
a Tom Brady.
Yeah, basically.
He pretty much did what Tom Brady did.
How's a fucking cop end up? Talk about a chick that didn't look age well. She's barely over 30.
Oh, wow.
Oh God.
Yeah.
It's been the topic of the day today. Is women do not age very well.
No, most of them do not.
No.
No.
Once
Some
they
do. Well, the ones that do age very well, but more often than not, they do not.
Yeah.
No.
So is this guy a New York cop?
It looks like it.
So he's a cop. How do they meet? You think? Do you know the dirt?
He was probably working security at one of her concerts.
So basically, he slept with somebody else, got her pregnant, and then left her
Yeah.
for her for her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. So yeah, and they're gonna be apart for a year. You said, huh?
Yeah. They're going to be
Ooh.
apart for a year.
Yeah.
Their first year of marriage, they're going to be apart.
Nice.
Well, the world we live in. Well, your dog is looking at me very depressingly. It's
Yeah.
making
Well,
me
he's very
sad.
intense. He wants to know more about Miranda's Lambert's
He's very
situation.
sad looking. Tommy, what's going on, buddy?
You think that cop dips in raw to try to get her pregnant?
Ooh, now I don't know. Would she let him?
Tries to get a feather line baby?
He might try, but
Yeah.
is he going to succeed? Because I'm sure she might have some sort of smarts.
Do you think
right,
like
Tommy?
do you think a girl singers and shit like that are like as scandalous as dudes?
I think they're better at covering it up.
Yeah. You think they're like banging a guy in every city or something like that?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it either.
But I think they are better at covering it up than men.
Maybe they have a mutual agreement.
Yeah,
You know, when you're not in the same zip code, you can go and do what you want.
maybe that's a
You know?
possibility.
Alex Wallace is watching, by the way.
There are a few like singers I think we've talked about. I'm convinced that like Taylor Swift makes people sign non-disclosure agreements because
Yeah.
think about it. She has talked so much shit in her songs about people.
Oh, yeah.
And not one has said. And no, you've never heard any male speak bad about Taylor Swift.
But
ever.
But can she get away with it because she doesn't say? By the way, they met on GMA for some reason. I don't know how. I think he was probably doing a detail. Cop, whatever.
Taylor Swift? What?
No, Miranda Lambert, the
yeah.
cop. Yeah, that's from Auntie Sharon. Gives
But-
fun fact. Yeah.
Nobody ever talks shit about Taylor Swift.
But, you think,
no guy.
but she never mentions names, though. You think she gets away with it because of that?
No, but it's not a matter of getting away with it. But everybody knows who it's about, and
Yeah.
then it's even revealed who it's about.
What
But-
about You're Sylvain, though? They didn't know who that was about. That was either about James Taylor or who's the three people? It was either James Taylor, like
I don't
Mick
know.
Jagger, or someone else. It was someone like Kylie Simon was diddling or diddling with. The world will never know.
No. And then there are ones that I think might be, which is some I think are gay, but it's not a
Yeah.
bad thing that
Yeah.
they covered it. Like, I think Keanu Reeves is gay.
Yeah.
You never really see him with anybody. He just does his own thing, kind of quiet, you know.
Well, the rumor was for years that Kevin Spacey was.
Oh God, yeah, that was like the worst kept
Yeah.
secret ever. Everyone knew he was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember I was filming one of my that movie I did that we were looking at one the college video.
Yeah.
Well, the girl who was putting it together was a grad student, and she worked for someone in Hollywood that knew the publicist for Kevin Spacey, and told us that Kevin Spacey was gay and how it's the most covered up thing. And then I was like, oh, that's interesting. And now, like, as you see, him and that boy in the who's the news reporter for Channel 5 or whatever like that. You know.
There was somebody down, was it, in Nantucket or somewhere?
Yeah,
like
he was in
grabbed
Nantucket.
somebody
He
in
was
the bar,
grabbing, yeah.
and he was telling his girlfriend, and she didn't believe him, and he videoed part of it.
Giving drinks to underage boys.
Yeah, it's funny you mention that. I used to work with somebody at my old job, and his wife knew one of his personal assistants and said, "Yeah, he's really gay."
Yeah. I mean, hey, listen. Like, you think nowadays it's probably trendy to be gay. You think now people would want to be gay?
Yeah, if you want to be gay, be gay. It's cool.
I know. Yeah, like, no one cares.
Yeah, the world has bigger problems.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit what you like.
No,
to
I
do,
agree.
you
Yeah,
know?
I don't care who you diddle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we all got to get our rocks off somehow.
I prefer you just don't lie to me. You know?
Yeah.
Like that Mick Jagger and David Bowie dancing in the street.
Yeah, that's extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah, that was the most. It's the most. If you've never seen this video, I would suggest you go and YouTube it and feel free to let us know how uncomfortable you feel for the 4 minutes of that song.
Yeah, there's that part. Remember where they get like their
Oh
faces this
God,
close to
they're
each
singing
other?
to each other.
And
They
you wonder if
nose
they're
to
gonna, like,
nose.
kiss?
Oh
Yeah.
God, and they're wearing like those bright like neon jumpsuits and stuff like that, and barely wearing any clothes.
The whole time I'm waiting for a female to pop out. Nope.
Nope. Not one chick in that entire video.
No, it's an abandoned like housing complex.
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah, it was like they decided they woke up one morning. They're like, "Hey, let's go down to like the warehouse district and film this video."
Well, I think the whole budget went to them too, pretty much.
Probably. And it was like a cover. It's not even a song. It was a cover song.
That's right. It was a cover.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You saying the original?
It was from like Motown.
Yeah.
Everybody grab a girl. Like, they made the song. It says grab a girl, and they'd grab each other.
That's true. You would think they'd be a
Dance
girl to
around
grab.
the world, dancing in the street.
Yeah.
Fucking weird. So so Miranda Lambert's married a cop. Married a cop. They're not going to see each other for a year.
It's very sweet.
Alex Wallace is alive. He wasn't here last week.
That's
We
right,
were very
Alex Wallace,
concerned.
Alex on the text.
His baby will be 5 months on March 8th. So happy little early birthday to little Maddie. I would love if his kid was named Maddie.
I know, right? It's a girl though, so I don't
Yeah.
think
So I think that it would be difficult. It would be
It's Rihanna looking smelly.
Yeah. She looks smelly.
I told you, she looks smelly. She's always glistening.
does,
She
yeah.
looks like she smells.
She looks like
There's very few people that get that when I say that.
No, I agree.
What do you mean? She just looks like
She looks like she has she looks like she has a lot of perfume covering up a BO smell.
Yep.
You know?
No, she does.
And she's like the like that bus driver I used to have in middle school. You could smell the perfume, but no matter how much perfume, you can still smell the odor. You know what I mean?
God.
Sue says I smell like that sometimes when I don't shower regular.
Well, I'm sure. We all do.
I get the oniony smell. You know.
Do you have one armpit that smells worse than the other?
Not necessarily. It takes about 2 days to 3 days before I start
The glands.
developing.
Yeah.
I don't have the overactive Italian gland like some people have, where they
Yeah.
sweat profusely, just like watching TV or something like that, and non-activity.
Sit with an Italian sub, which smells
Yeah.
like BO too.
So my a friend of mine who murdered his boss for hatchet was in jail in Tennessee. He used to smell very badly. I wonder if he's watching the show. Probably not. They probably don't let him in jail. I told you the story, right?
Yeah.
The hatchet murder or whatever. I guess more of an acquaintance than a friend at this point. I don't want to,
Yeah.
But it was funny because every once in a while, on Facebook it says like, throwback to like this happened 4 years ago. So
Yes,
that
that's
one happened like recently. It was like something happened like 3 years ago. Then he'd comment on it and said, "Hey, cool, man." I was like, still out there. But he used to sweat reading a instruction manual, and he would be like, you could smell the. He used to have like super deodorant.
Is he fat?
No, he was just a big Italian guy.
Okay.
So
all right.
big old 6 foot Italian guy, just
So
sweating.
it's like big boned.
Yeah, he was just built like it was. I mean, he worked out. He was like was in good shape, whatever like that.
Yeah.
A friend of mine dated a girl once that she had to use men's deodorant because she was stinky.
Or you ever? I know some guy who was with a girl, and it's funny. This girl, she was beautiful, a beautiful girl. But the thing is, it drove him crazy. He was telling me about like she used to get really sweaty underboob,
Oh yeah,
like
Yeah.
ridiculously bad.
I mean, that's the you got to take it with the give. You want a girl with big boobies, you're gonna have to deal with the underboob sweat.
But it was but like I mean, this was more than the most.
Yeah,
Like and they weren't even that big, but he's like, oh my god, she has so much swoop.
I told you a story before about an acquaintance of ours who we know was about to make whoopee with a woman that he met on social media.
Yes.
And he went to her studio apartment, and he got there. It was like 4 o'clock on a Wednesday afternoon. She was a teacher. No, she was an ex-teacher that now waitressed. So she had like Wednesday off. So when he got to the apartment, there was a 3/4 empty bottle of wine that she'd been drinking. And
Oh, so
sauce.
she's primed and ready to go.
Oh yeah, like 4:00 in the afternoon. The bottle's on one of those big, not a small bottle, like one of the Magnums, the big ass
Yeah.
ones. Three quarters empty of white wine, and she was pretty sloshed or whatever like that. And then she went into her cupboard, and like a 2 Ziploc bags full of like prescriptions fell out.
Oh.
And then it still didn't stop them, which why would it?
No. I know what you're talking
Going
about.
strong.
It would not, yeah.
Then they were fooling around on the on her bed. It was like a Murphy bed, and what the hell? I guess it took her top off, her shirt off, right? Went down to the bra, and the BO, he said he could taste it. Oh, taste it, he said.
Wow.
And then I go, could you just like just suck it up? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Just fucking, I mean, how bad could it be that you can't, have sex, right?
I remember the same person we're talking about tell me a story about how there was a girl who he was with, and they were at a bar. This was in part of Boston.
Yep.
Of the area that he lives in, we'll say.
Okay.
And I guess like she threw up, but he still was like, fine, this is okay, I guess I'll take her back.
Yes.
He goes to take her back, but
Yeah.
then she pisses herself.
Yep.
And that's when he kicked her out.
That's when he kicked her out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that story as well.
Yes. I would say, like, I know for me, like, when I say 2 days and I start to smell,
Yeah.
it's my right armpit.
Yeah.
Just the
okay.
right one.
Just the right one, huh?
Yeah, I don't know what it is about that
Could
armpit.
be doing breast cancer. I don't know. Is
I
that a
don't have
thing
boobs,
happening?
man. Maybe I can fit in a training bra.
Maybe.
Maybe.
No,
but,
guys can have breast cancer. Look at that show that me and Sue were watching.
but you have to have another condition before that.
Yeah,
to
I guess
get
so.
that.
What's that
Yeah.
show we watching? Just As Us? What the hell's it called? Million Little Things. I get it mixed up. Yeah.
Well, what's the other one like then? The same
No,
show?
Million. I don't know. A Million Little Things. The guy had breast cancer. And here's the thing with that fucking show. Now that we're on that subject, she lowers me in one day watching like a binge watch, like 4 episodes in a row, right?
Oh boy.
So it was like so it's about this like these. All right, first of all, I hate the people. I hate every person on that show. Every single person. It's 4 couples, right? They're all friends.
Kind of like what we were just watching on those. We'll talk about.
Yeah,
that
we'll
in a
talk
minute.
about
Yeah,
that. But it's like 4 couples. They're all friends, but none of them work. None of them seem to work. None of them are at a job. Only the Chinese ladies at a job half the time. And they all have fucking shit going on. Like the one couple, the husband killed himself.
Oh.
Okay, and it's actually a guy from Office Space.
Oh wow.
So this entire season, huh? No. Office Space?
Wait, is this a reality? This isn't a reality show then. This isn't a reality show.
No,
then.
it's
That's
a real
script-
show. Yeah. So the guy from Office Space, the main character, he killed himself. Now the whole first season is him trying to figure out different things of his life. So the last 2 episodes.
What's it called?
It's called A Million Little Things.
Million Little Things. Oh, it's on HBO, right?
No, it's on Channel 5.
Oh, it's on 5. Okay.
The
watch
the
on
last 2 episodes have been filler episodes.
Million Little-
Like the half black girl got touched by her uncle.
Oh, you're getting into it now, huh?
And then last episode was the filler where
Got a decent
the black guy from 40-Year-Old Virgin's deadbeat brother came over. And
Ron Livingston, the guy from
Yes,
Office
Ron
Space.
Livingston.
Yes, okay.
And they had those 2 episodes said nothing about the guy who killed himself. Enragement I had, and I go, so tomorrow night is the season finale.
Okay.
Okay, and we're all caught up at this point. I think I came in like episode 4, so I missed like the first 3 episodes.
Yeah, it's
But
up to
I'm-
9 what I was looking at.
Yeah,
so-
how many episodes was it?
I thought I just saw. I was looking at it quickly. It might not have been, but I thought I saw 9.
You
was
could-
the last
maybe.
one that aired.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you could be right. I don't know how many. But all I know is that I seen a good amount of them together.
Oh wait, my bad. 17 on February
Okay.
28th. Season
So it's
1
tomorrow.
episode
Okay.
17. Yeah.
So I watched
Goodbye.
probably 14 of them, say at this point, right? I think I missed like maybe 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 in the middle. Fillers, but they all flash back too. It's a flashback thing. Now, if I don't find out who the fuck this Allison, what the hell's her name? Barbara Morgan is, okay? Spoiler alert for anyone who watches the show who hasn't caught up to this point. We're about to find out who Barbara Morgan is. And if I do not find out who she is by 10 o'clock tomorrow night, I am done with the show. I am done with shows, period.
Wait,
Okay?
did you
I'm
ever-
going to go on a rage. Fucking pissed up.
You know what you're talking about sounds familiar, but
Yeah.
I could have swore I heard somebody talking about Desperate Housewives when
Oh,
that show was on
God.
the same way.
Yeah.
because the people like there was a narrative about the guy, but nobody would ever say anything.
Yeah, I don't know why I get caught up in this shit, because I got caught up in Dexter about 7 years ago, right? And I watched it religiously.
Yeah, me too.
And then I got to like the season finale, and we were supposed to find all these answers, and I left you with a fucking cliffhanger for the next year. So you know what I said? Fuck it. And I didn't watch it ever
well,
again.
the last season, maybe
Yeah.
you should watch it just to end the whole thing. But
Do you know how I watched?
Sucked.
You know how I watched The Sopranos?
You just watched the last episode.
I watched about 5 episodes of season 1, and then I watched the last 20 minutes of the last
horrible.
episode.
That's horrible.
And you know what? It summed it all up for me.
No, it did not. No, man. No,
you know, it's
did
it.
not. I will disagree completely.
I was like, I get the
No.
gist of this. The
No,
guy,
you do not.
Fat
You do
guy
not.
has
No.
a psychologist that he bangs.
No,
has
he
a
doesn't.
wife that he doesn't
Does not
like.
bang
He doesn't
her.
bang her?
Nope.
Spoiler alert if you didn't see Sopranos. Adam just spoiled it for you. You think
A
he's...
show that ended
Yeah.
10 years, like
yeah,
20
you
years
think
ago.
he's diddling
It
the
started 20
psychologist.
years ago.
Then you get the son from like the, you know, for fucking...
No, man, there's more going on in that
Yeah?
show than you'll ever think.
Okay.
No.
Do you know what show I'm dying to get into? So, I'm thinking like, so what I did last Sunday was I literally sat in the couch in this area.
I
in
need
this
a new
living
show.
room,
We need a show, Arty.
and we do.
We do. We need a show to talk about at least once a week to get into and at least say, hey, did you?
We do. When we should do this? Maybe we should do. Want to do Cheers?
I'll get in on that one.
I was thinking about getting into Cheers. I know the last episode of Cheers was 30 years ago.
Is it on Netflix?
I think so. In Hulu and Netflix, I can get.
Okay. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. All right.
And so a guy I work with said he's recently just getting into he's like 27, and he said him and his girlfriend are watching Cheers off my
Good for them. Actually,
headphones are going crazy here. And another guy I work with goes, oh, he's like, did you watch it when it came out? And he goes, I wasn't even born when it came out, which is true because the first episode of Cheers was 1984 or 85.
Oh God, yeah.
And for unbeknownst to me, I found out that Woody doesn't come into like season 2. Its coach was predominantly there, which I didn't remember.
Yeah.
And then we lost the blonde chick, and then all of a sudden Rebecca came after Sam sold the bar to Rebecca.
Okay.
But Sam used to play for the Red Sox. He was a pitcher, you know. And then you had Frasier, who's the only
Frasier,
the only character in the history of TV to be the same character in 3 different shows. Do you know what 3 shows he was the character of Frasier in?
I would know actually. I know obviously a spinoff that he had. Yeah,
Yes.
Frasier and Cheers. So
Yes,
that's 2.
and,
The other one,
and
obviously, I
he
wouldn't
did
know.
a cameo in one show that was on Must See TV Thursday nights. It's a good one. Well, another one we should get into.
It's that Seinfeld. Is it?
Wings.
Oh, Wings.
Yes. He was Dr. Fraser Crane stuck in the Nantucket airport trying to get to Seattle to get to where he's going to live. Yes. Yeah. You ever go to the bar, the Cheers bar?
No, I've never really been that interested because it's not. It's just the outside that was used.
So you
it's
ever been to
never
the
really-
Cheers bar? Where they filmed the outside? We walked by. See, I've been in there. All my years in the Boston area, I've been there once. I
never really cared.
I went in March, and it was a Saturday. I was in town, killing time, and I go, "Oh fuck it, I've never been there. Let's check it out." So obviously, every tourist in the place. I mean, the show's been off the air for 30 years, and people still go to check it out.
Yeah, I don't
So
know
you
why.
walk down the
I really don't
stairs,
know why.
and when you open the door, it looks like it looks like the TV show. When you get in there, all of a sudden it's like 10 feet, and there's a wall bar, and then you turn the corner, and then there's another wall bar. So it's not as spacious as it looked like on the TV show. In fact, there's no bar.
They didn't use the inside of that for the TV show.
What'd you say?
Spoiler alert.
What?
You telling about the bar.
Oh yeah, in case you hadn't seen Cheers in the last 30 years, or you
They've had enough time.
or
It's
you
your fault.
yeah,
It's your
or you
fault.
fucking never been to the Cheers bar. Spoiler alert, it's not like the TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah, well here we are blowing up fucking stuff from 20 years ago. So you go into this bar and it's full of tourists, bunch of fat people from Iowa. Just want to take their picture in front of it. And a bunch of Chinese people with giant cameras.
Yeah.
You know, that's basically, I shouldn't say Chinese. That's being discriminative. Asians. I think that's more of it. Because I don't know if
There
they're
you go.
Chinese or not. I
Yes.
shouldn't, you know, I mean, I don't see a tan person walk in and assume he's Italian. He could be
True.
a Greek or an
That's very
Armenian.
true.
You know, they all look similar. An Albanian, of course.
Yeah.
Any of the Anians. You know? But anyways, so so it's what it's full of. And you walk there and that's all it is. And service is terrible. And they played Cheers like 24/7 on a TV in the corner. They had a comedy night there once. I did comedy upstairs one night. Apparently they redid the upstairs to actually look like the bar.
Yeah.
The giveaway for that is when you watch Cheers and how big that bar is, there's no columns. And we as Bostonians know that there is no place in Boston that is that spacious.
No, it's not. Where was the inside filmed? Really? Was it a stage?
It was a stage.
Or
Yeah,
it was
it was a sound stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now, like, supposedly there was like a fancy restaurant upstairs, and there was the bar downstairs. So there is a restaurant upstairs of the real one that was based after that. But
I've actually been meaning to get back into Married with Children. I kind of feel like I want to watch that again.
so
I love Married with Children.
I catch Married with Children in the morning
Yeah.
because it's on like TBS or something like that.
Yeah. I catch it, but I mean like just to run through the
Yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
I've been catching like spot episodes here and there.
Like,
but,
would you like better the Steve episodes or the
Steve Jefferson.
or the Jefferson episodes?
Oh God, I'm going Jefferson.
I think
It's tough
Jefferson,
though.
Yeah.
They're so different,
Yeah.
and they both have their merits. But like, I'm going Jefferson.
I like the episode where
he's a
Steve comes
dirtbag.
back.
Yes, that's
a good
yeah.
one.
He
He's
comes
all
back a
it's
couple
like-
times.
Yeah, and he has the gray
Actually.
beard and he's all rugged and stuff like this.
But
Mossy Dossie.
I remember a friend of mine was like, when I was a little kid, and I was younger, so I never like picked it up. But he's like, Adam, that is the most realistic depiction of marriage you will ever see. That show.
I remember
Right.
I remember watching as a kid and I was wondering why like Peg always wanted to have sex. And I'm like, why doesn't he just have sex with her?
Yeah, no, right.
Like, I'm
Right?
so confused.
And then you get old. It's like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
And
This
maybe-
woman is throwing himself
Yeah.
at him to have relations, and he
You
does not
make
want to
it-
have them.
You got to make schedules like
Yeah.
about it, or are you gonna cook? No, I'm tired.
Yup.
I'm watching my show.
He was a shoe salesman,
Yeah,
you know.
the
it's like-
Dodge. Remember?
Yeah.
No, ma'am. Yeah, I love that. That show could never exist today.
Then he had the black friend he worked with at the
Griff.
Griff. Yeah.
Yes, Griff. Yeah,
Then Jefferson would come over. Then he had Bud.
yeah, the son. Yeah, Bud.
And what was the daughter's name?
Kelly.
Kelly. Yeah, that's right. Peg,
Yeah.
Kelly, Bud, and Al.
yes.
It is funny seeing Al Bundy in Married with Children. Then what? You watch Modern Family at all?
Yeah, I've seen it a couple
And then
times.
seeing like an older, it's basically the same character, except a character with more money. So he's like a poor Al Bundy. No, I mean she's a rich Al Bundy, I guess you could say in Modern Family.
Yeah.
With a hotter wife.
Yeah, they did come close to getting a Netflix show that would follow Bud.
Okay.
Bud Bundy, but it never happened. I guess
He's
there's
he's
some
like
legal
borderline legal midget.
issues. Yeah, Dave Faustino. Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about he never been in anything after that, huh?
I don't think so. I know my friend Priscilla from California, who chimes in every once in a while.
Yeah,
Checks
yeah.
in. She was like, she was at a concert. I forget what concert it was, but like David Faustino was standing like right behind her, stoned as a motherfucker, and like,
Really?
yeah, it was like, you want to hit this?
He's got to be pushing 50 now, huh?
Yeah, he's got to be.
He's got to be
yeah.
up there. Because Married with Children came out like late 80s.
Yeah, late 80s. That show made Fox.
Oh, it did. Yeah.
Fox
That,
wasn't really doing
Simpsons,
much.
and Live in Color.
Yeah.
And then there was that show, Get a Life, with the guy who was on Something About Mary.
Ben Stiller?
No, the other one that played Woogie.
Woogie? Oh, yeah. I
What the
can see
fuck's
his
his
face,
name?
too. Yeah, he's in Cabin
Chris
Boy.
Elliott.
Yeah, Cabin Boy.
Yeah.
I think
So Get a Life was only like a few seasons long. Then the Adams, not the Adams Sandler,
but
so
it
the
was-
Gary Sandler show was
Gary Shandling?
on. Shandling it was on for a little while. Then
Married with Children was
Fox had
probably
a
the
nice
initial
Sunday
core.
night lineup.
Yeah, they did.
That was like the fucking place to watch on Sunday night. I remember my parents we used to watch it, Married with Children, and it would be it was funny because I didn't get half the fucking jokes as like
No.
7 years old. You know what I mean?
But now that we're older, it's
Oh,
a
now
totally
it's
different
hilarious.
ballgame.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the episode of Seinfeld about the name that rhymed with a female body part, which is Dolores, rhymes with clitoris.
Yes, yeah.
I
okay.
didn't get
think I've
that.
seen-
It went over my head.
It's like, what's going on?
You know.
No.
But some more gossip. Do you want to chime in on this one, Sue? You know
Sue's
about
laughing.
the Kardashian sisters and the shenanigans that are going on there. Am I breaking this news?
Susie,
I'm breaking this
Wow, what's
news.
happening, Arty?
So Chloe
Chloe?
is married to Tristan Thompson, correct? Is that his name?
The one that's OJ's daughter?
Yes. OJ's daughter is married to Tristan Thompson, who just got caught cheating for a second time. Yes,
A
but
second
guess
time.
who with?
No.
One of the sisters' friends. Close. When I heard it, they chose it. It was supposed to be. Was it Kendra? Was that the sister? What's the little one name? Kindo. It's one of Kindo's friends.
Kendall or Kylie?
What woman's the whore that likes the angry rapper guys? Is that Kylie? Yeah. She one of her friends.
Kyle's like the most decent, normal
Because
woman.
Yeah.
she's a lesbian.
You think so?
There's rumors. There's
Really?
that she is.
She is very because she does dress very boy.
Yeah. And they say it does run. I mean, it
Does,
is
maybe.
That's not a choice.
Yeah.
It could be passed down.
Interesting. Think she got the surgery like her dad?
Oh, so she got a penis added?
Well, they do this thing where they take the lips. I heard.
I don't think she's gone that far yet.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
She's
I don't
got
know
a
how.
modeling
I never
career.
actually looked and seen it. I'm sure it looks like a fucking train crash.
Probably.
But I mean, I'm not. I don't want to be the first one to give you a
That's
first-hand.
fucking. I've never seen a family that I want to see fail more than them.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're millions of dollars in debt. So I mean, they're
Not
failing.
really. But you know, even people in debt have there's people who are in debt that still have a shit ton of money.
Well,
How does
understand.
that work?
They don't own any of their houses. It's all given to them by the producers.
Kendall has like $1 million modeling contract. They all have
She's
in their brand.
I'm gonna tell you, she's probably the only one that has money.
And no, the other one, Kylie, the youngest one, her actually makeup line. She's
Yeah.
like the second richest woman in the world.
So those two might be the only two. But
The young
the
ones.
older sisters, I don't think they have any money. What? What's
they spend it?
Who's paying Kim for anything? To do what? What is she doing?
I think she makes like a certain 100,000 a tweet.
Is it though? But who's fucking? I mean, who cares?
About their makeup lines
No,
and
God,
shit.
now you sound like Eric.
I know you do.
Yeah,
but
danger
but
powers.
it's more warranted right now.
Yeah, I guess so.
You're not writing them.
Yeah, I'm not writing them. You're right. I'm just commenting on them. I guess Mr. Powers. If you go down the fucking his Facebook, you go there, like Facebook has the main page.
Yeah.
Every 5 of them is him, angry about something. He's like just an angry man that just sits there and tweets in his anger all day.
The minute do I have permission to smack the shit out of you if I see you sitting in front of you? I'm gonna tweet Kim Kardashian how mad I am. If you
Yeah.
do I have permission?
Well, in all due respect, you did leave a message to the Nomadic Fanatic today about
I did. He's not
his life
he's not
choices and
status,
his
I think.
tattoos.
Well, I mean that's just an obvious statement.
Yeah.
When you have a tattoo on your arm that says Rammstein, then I think it's pretty safe to say.
I think we got to befriend this guy.
I think so too.
I think we got. I invited him over when he was up in Maine over the summertime. Nothing would make my day more than having cameras set up in this house, right? While the lovely Susan comes home from work, and she sees these characters of the YouTube peppered in our living room
I know Sue.
in a casual environment.
Anytime there are moments like that when Arty needs a new can, or Arty wants to have hunt aliens with Jose Canseco, I'm just thinking of Suze. And you know what though? I'm 50-50 in my head if Susie's gonna fight it or let it happen. So when the day comes when Susie wants to do something stupid, but she really wants to do it, but it's cool, she's going to be like, well, remember the time.
That's fine.
And I want to do this. So I'm kind of like, is she going to fight it? Is she going to let it happen?
She wants to do.
That's where I am.
Anything she wants to do that doesn't affect my personal bank account, she's more welcome to do. Except bring home another man.
Yeah.
Unless he's bringing home his girlfriend. So there is a compromise that comes with everything.
Everything in life has a compromise.
No, so... What?
Oh, now she pays attention.
She's perking
now
up.
she's there.
So, yes, we'll talk about the can. So, while we were in Florida... Oh, no, we were into the Super Bowl. We were at the Super Bowl, and I came home. Last year, I bought the Bud Light Collective Edition 36-pack of every football team there was. Okay, so they have all 32 teams. It's a 36-pack, so there's 4 regular Bud Light cans, and it's all the teams. Now, historically, the last couple of years for the playoffs, we've been putting all the playoff team cans in front of the TV. And each week we've been removing them. And then, narrowing them down.
Yeah, we did this last year, too.
Yeah, we did it last year. We did this year. So before we left for the Super Bowl, we had the Patriots and the Rams in front of the TV. Now, it's been ceremonially that while we're here celebrating a win of some sort, one of us would go up and smack the other can off the TV. And I assume the characters that were in our apartment during the Super Bowl, we had a shit-faced Doubleback, a shit-faced Dr. Todd, and a shit-faced Eric Danger Powers. All 3 of them in the same room with 2 dogs.
Yes.
I think there was damage done to my can, and they don't remember. It got mixed up because it is a blue can. If you notice, the Rams is a blue can.
Yeah.
If it's, in a certain angle, it does look like a regular Bud Light can. I can understand where it'll get mixed up.
Yeah.
And it was probably tossed.
Yes.
And they probably don't remember.
Yeah.
But Danger Powers, he's adamant that nothing's happened to this can.
Well, you see, you do remember my theory from last week.
Yeah.
My theory was that they lost, right? The Rams lost, and they were in the moment. And like you said, they throw away the can. And they were in the moment. They're like, yeah! They smacked the
smashed it.
can
I
away,
think so.
smashed it, threw it away.
Yep.
Right? And then I don't think they forgot about it. Oh, no.
No, because Danger Powers and Doubleback stories don't align.
And there was
They
a lot
couldn't
of hesitation waiting to respond to what happened to
Those
the
two
can.
stories couldn't be more polar opposites. Eric claims that the can was put on the countertop.
Yes, it has changed.
Doubleback claims the can was on a shelf over here near the TV and in one of the boxes.
Yes. It's most peculiar.
Which I
can't say the fucking word.
thoroughly investigated.
Yeah.
Now, if it was thrown away, that is fine.
Just own up to it.
But they know how OCD I am with these things, and they know that if I lost the can, it would be the end of the world.
Yes.
So what did I do? I spent $7 on eBay for a Rams can.
Yeah.
Just so my OCD can be subdued, and I have the incomplete collection once again.
That has holes in the bottom of it.
Which was sent to me in a very odd manner. It was still sealed on the top, but there was 2 drill holes in the bottom, so I'm assuming they drained the beer. I wonder if they drank it. You think they drank it? It looked
probably,
like
they probably drained it into a cup.
maybe
Drank
like
it.
2 vampires got hold of the can.
One wasn't good enough. I mean,
well, you need the second for the airflow, because if you do one, it would just drip and drip like a guy with a bad prostate. You know. But all right, so Jose Canseco.
yeah.
So,
what's going on with that?
So I was telling Doubleback the story, and he goes, "That's very concerning that you know that." And then I told him where I heard the story, and he was very appalled by where I heard the story. So I'm listening to the truck driver radio station.
Okay.
All right, so that's how I start the story. So on Sirius XM, there's Road Dog Trucking Network, where truck drivers listen, and they talk about like weather and like traffic and shit and gas prices.
Do they talk about their ladies, their lot lizards?
Occasionally, a couple shows. There was one guy called the Truckin' Bozo who used to talk about that stuff all the time. No longer. He's dead. Truckin' Bozo died a couple of years ago. Yeah. R.I.P. Truckin' Bozo. And then I listened to Dave Nemo in the morning.
Nemo.
And then I listened to Truckin' Business and Beyond in the afternoon, where they talk about like doing taxes and trucking business and tire sizes and stuff.
That doesn't sound fun.
And then I listened to Landline Now at 7:00.
Wow, you're already like an old person. You have an entire set schedule.
This is my day at work, you know. And then every once in a while, I'll put I put BPM, which is like house music. Have a mini nightclub going. Yeah, it's very polar opposite. Yeah, from my office, when you hear by, you just hear the bass of the door rattling. Sometimes, then you hear, the Truckin' Bozo's greatest hits. So I'm listening to it, and it's a midday show called I don't know what the hell's it called. I forget. But the guy was talking about how Jose Canseco tweeted that you can go into his RV for the weekend in the middle of the desert and go hunting UFOs, and they provide you with food and stuff like that for $5,000. So to me, obviously $5,000 is a lot of money, but to go back in time and say, yeah, I hung out with Jose Canseco for 2 days in an RV.
Yeah,
I think I could I could put a price tag on that experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe 5,000 is a little too much.
It is a little too much.
But I could price that. I would be willing to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I called the number. I left a message. And then they responded back in like this really they mass text this thing back. And the guy, they were texting from a galaxy, because when you text me something long, it goes like 1 of 2, 2 of 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when it's really long, the smaller ones go first. So it says like 6 of 1. Then it goes like 2 of 1. So I had to encrypt this whole fucking thing back together. So I responded back, and I said, I'm very interested. Can you please give me more information? And I have not heard back from him. So I don't know if it was like a scam.
Or maybe they already had 5 people by then. It was only 5 people.
I don't know. 5 broads, maybe? What broad would go in an RV of Jose Canseco alone?
No, probably some 40-plus-year-old who just idolized Jose Canseco growing up.
What would you talk to him about? I don't know what
He doesn't seem like he'd be interesting to talk to.
I don't think so.
And I bet you he would think everything in the sky is a UFO. It's like, look at that. It's like, Jose, that's the moon.
Yeah. I would have to ask if alcohol was allowed on it, because I would have to drink to experience this thing fully, because I don't think I could do this sober.
No, I couldn't.
I don't think I could deal with Jose and his crazy.
I mean, I'd want to be sober for a little bit just to pick his brain to see how crazy he is.
Yeah.
And then I'll start drinking. Yeah.
I mean, the balls on him. I mean, that's, he does that, 6 weeks a year, and he gets $25,000 each time he does it. It's a reasonable income.
I want to know about Ozzy. What's Ozzy doing?
Ozzy Osbourne?
No, Ozzy Canseco, his twin brother. He does have a twin brother.
Does he really? I thought you guys were fucking with me.
No, I wasn't fucking with you.
Really?
Yeah, Ozzy played with them too for a while. In
really?
Oakland, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't as good. He didn't last as long.
He was like the
Yeah. They're identical.
He was
twins.
like the Koopa man of the family.
Let's see if I can find a photo. I can't believe I even remembered that.
I didn't know. I even know they existed.
Yeah.
I remember when he played in the Red Sox for that season and beat his wife. Or girlfriend, or whatever it was.
Let me find his baseball card.
Jose, that was like the late 90s. Jose Canseco.
Yeah.
Towards the end of his career. Ozzy. What's Ozzy shot for?
That's him.
Oh shit!
I
Ozzy
know, right?
Canseco looks exactly like
I
him.
know, right?
I guess it's his twin.
I wonder if they ever played the old switcheroo.
Yeah.
Right?
Ooh.
Yeah, they are next to each other.
Oh wow. Okay.
Isn't
You
that
can
crazy?
tell who's in shape and who's not.
Who's more doughy?
How did like two twin brothers? One's really better at hitting the ball than the other one.
All right, better hand-eye coordination.
Then the Bash
I don't know.
brothers with Mark McGuire.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day. I would talk about that with him. I would think I'd talk about the Bash brother days. I'd talk about
That looks like a fake card.
look at those arms though.
That's Ozzy.
Oh wow. So Ozzy was on the steroids too. He had to be on the roids.
It just didn't work out. My God. Yeah.
I mean, the guy's like everyone hates him because he pretty much told the entire world who was doing steroids. So that sucks.
I guess they fucked up illegally together at one point too. There's them in
Oh
court.
wow, nice in jail. It's always good. I get it's a family thing, you know.
Yeah, it is. It is. Maybe at one point they both. Maybe like at one point they played the old switcheroo.
Where were they originally from? Do you know?
I don't know.
I'm gonna say Southern California, but that's just a.
You know what? That's a good hunch. I'd go with that.
I'm gonna say Southern California or Texas, but they seem like California dudes, you know.
It's definitely south. I'm thinking. South,
Yeah, it's Southwest. It's definitely not like.
With a name like Jose.
Definitely not Des Moines, Iowa. I don't know. I know a lot of Jose's in Revere though,
That's true.
and a lot of Jose B's too, right, Sue?
But we're.
I don't think many Jose's watch this show.
He's from Cuba.
Really?
Yeah, he was
No
born in Cuba.
Shit. Where'd he grow up? Florida. I didn't even think. He probably grew up in Southern Florida, right?
He was twin brother Ozzy was a former.
Spent their younger days in Florida. Yeah.
Twin brother Ozzy, also a baseball player. Is he a Hall of Famer? People are asking. Yeah,
No, he's not.
He's 54. I thought he was older than that.
54, huh?
Yeah.
That's not too bad. 54 would mean you're born in 65.
Oh,
So-
God. I guess in 2017 he was talking about how he was molested as a child. That's
Oh,
great.
wow. Okay.
No, I definitely want to be alone with him.
Yeah, no, maybe he'll molest me.
No.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Boom.
I spent the weekend with Jose and I got
Yeah,
touched.
Florida.
Okay.
Left Cuba and settled in Opelika.
Opelika, Florida?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think it's probably in the Everglades. It sounds probably somewhere central Florida where weird stuff happens. You know?
Yeah, buddy.
Florida, tale of two lives, you know what I mean? You know, you live in a closed environment or you live like with the rest of the people. You know? It's me and Sue, you know? You live in Florida, you live in one of those communities where you can't get other people, the riffraff can't come in, you know?
When I saw that text that you sent about Florida and how they want to separate from the rest of the United
Yes.
States, you know what? I was actually all for it. Not because of political reasons. No. Just because it's Florida, and instead of investing in a wall, I say we take all that money and invest in lasers
Yep.
to chisel Florida out around Georgia,
Yeah.
right? And what are the states at border? Georgia,
Alabama,
and Alabama,
Mississippi.
Mississippi, just to knock them off
Yeah.
into the ocean.
Actually, I don't think Mississippi had borders on. I think just Alabama and
Yes,
Georgia.
Alabama. Mostly
Yeah.
Georgia, but yeah, a little bit Alabama. Yeah, just to knock them off into the water and let them do their thing. Yep, bye Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I found that taking a dump, and I actually found that because when Eric tweets occasionally, it comes up as like, "Hey, you may want to hear this tweet,"
And it's probably
and
you
it's
don't.
like Eric retweeting someone or something. So I'm like, "What the fuck is this about?" It was something like radical. It was something
Who's he
crazy.
harassing now?
Yeah, so I clicked on it and it came up. Cohasset Mass is calling me. Oh, that's interesting. Speaking of Dr. Todd, he just texted us 15 minutes ago. I wonder if he's watching the show.
Oh dear,
Let's see.
is it about the can?
Who am I? That's all he texted. It's a picture of this. Who is this dude? You know this dude?
Um,
Am I in the text?
No, it's just him. I have no idea. Who? I'm
who are you?
sometimes he gets hammered and he
Come
just
on.
text us.
Who are you? Todd? No.
What was I talking about?
Todd is an upstanding man
What
in
was it-
society.
What was I talking about?
You're talking about Eric, and you found out you're taking
Oh
a
yeah,
dump,
so I clicked on
and-
his tweet, and then it said, "You may, if you like Eric's tweet, you may like this Twitter account." And I clicked on it, and it's like Southern Florida wants to remove itself from the country. Like, okay, because that's the only part of Florida that votes Democrat.
Oh,
I guess I don't know.
yeah.
It's full of old people and Latinos.
Did you like my text about how just in week 2 the AAF football league needed a $250 million bailout?
Yeah, I seen that. It's the guy who owns the
The Hurricanes.
the Hurricane. Yeah, because the reason he did that was because he became the CFO.
Yes.
Of basically donated his $250 million to make payroll.
Oh my God. Yeah.
It's
Not good. So what's the XFL gonna do when that comes back?
He goes, "It's your boy Andrew." Andrew who?
Andrew.
Oh, from fucking Wham.
Like, wake me up before you go, Wham.
Yeah. So this is the other part of Wham.
And you need to know that why?
Because we always talk. Because one day we're sitting at a bar, and me and Todd were talking about Wham, and I go, "No one remembers the other guy from Wham," and he named the guy from Wham.
That's weird.
And I was like, "How'd you know that?"
I mean, George Michael was Wham.
He was one. Yeah, it was one of the two.
He was, but he was Wham.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
come on. He's George Michael.
Jitterbug, wake me up before you go, girl.
Yeah, man.
Because I'm gonna tell you that
There's
I
a reason
like
why
dudes.
you don't remember the other guy.
Yeah.
You know?
It's true. You ever see that movie, Music and Lyrics?
No.
Who's that British actor that's on all the love coms?
Hugh Grant?
Yes, he's in it with Drew Barrymore.
Really?
And he plays, he's in a band. So back in the 80s, he was in this like singing group. It was supposed to be like Wham. So he was the main character of this group. And then there was the other guy. Well, the other guy got famous, and Hugh Grant kind of just fell away in the wayside. And then it's like 20 years later, and he has to like rewrite a song, and then Drew Barrymore's his flower waterer, and then he writes a song about her.
Sounds very sweet.
It's actually a very good rom-com. It's called Music and Lyrics. If you're all out there, watch it.
Speaking of flicks, I have watched almost every single Best Picture. I got 2 left before the Academy Awards, so I have to watch Roma and The Favorite. But I've watched the other 6 movies that are up for Best Picture this year.
Now, do you watch it purposely so you can get a good idea for the? Is that what you do?
Yeah, that's what I do every year. I watch them all
Yeah.
just to like go with what I think we should win.
Okay.
So far, Green Book is
Yeah.
probably my favorite out of all of them. Yeah.
I can't tell you the last Academy Award movie that really caught my. I needed to watch it.
Yeah,
You know?
none of them I felt like I needed to. I just
Yeah.
watched them because they were nominated personally. But honestly, Green Book was really, really good. I liked Green Book.
Sue and
a
I
lot.
watched Lighthouse. What the hell is it called? Light. Sue?
Oh,
the Spotlight.
The Spotlight.
Yeah.
It was good.
Like 2 years.
I
ago.
didn't love it, but it was good. It was a
Yeah,
good
I
movie.
mean, it was, it brought back some memories when I was touched as a kid by a Catholic priest. But
Yeah.
other than that, it worked out good.
Yeah, it was a decent movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Made sense, I guess. I
Yeah.
liked it. It's the Boston area. Oh, another thing that fucking pisses me off. Now I just thought about that. Thank you. That movie took place in Boston. This Is Us is Million Things. What the fuck the show's called? Takes place in Boston, right? Well,
I don't know
yeah.
what it is.
You wouldn't know.
I'm not even.
They don't show anything in Boston. They
That's
don't.
fine. I don't need to. It's probably not even filmed here.
They
Ally
no,
McBeal.
it's filmed in fucking Toronto. And the only reason you know it's in Boston is because one of the douchebag guys wears a Bruins hat all the time.
Yeah, I'm sure they show like a few shots of buildings.
No,
right? None of
no,
that either?
no, they do, and it's not Boston buildings. Like the building the guy jumped off of and killed himself. Look, it's clearly not Boston. There's no, and there's a picture of like a skyline that Debbie Mocker, what the fuck her name? What's her name again? The lady. They're gonna find out who she is. Barbara Morgan is an artist that painted a skyline from the Cambridge side of the Boston skyline, and Office Space dude went to Harvard. So that was his view from his fucking dorm.
Even Ally McBeal would at least show shots of the
Yeah.
skyline.
They know, and no offense. It's like the four
I'm not
guys.
offended. I'm not offended at all.
The 4 guys who are in the show are Bruins season ticket holders. Have you ever been to a Bruins game?
Actually, I have not. Believe it or
Okay,
not.
well,
But
if you want to see the bottom of
hot
white
take. I've never been.
Bostonian
I always
trash,
wanted to. But.
I would say I would rank the most classy people probably go to, and I'll rank it in this. The classiest people are at a Red Sox game, and then a Patriots game, and a Celtics game, and then you have bottom of the trash garbage that go to Bruins games. And now the contrast between a Bruins fan and a Red Sox fan is someone who,
Yeah.
someone who's, casual baseball fan, intelligent, knows the game. There's not too much that can go crazy. You can drink, you can get hammered. It's hard to get kicked out of a Red Sox game.
Yeah.
To belligerent Boston Southie assholes just screaming and yelling, doing ridiculous things on a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
That is the contrast. And in the middle is the Bruins and the Celtics game, because occasionally you get a flash of that in those games, right? But those fucking tickets are so expensive.
Exactly. No matter, you're not going to see as many assholes.
Bruins
at those,
games, they're expensive too, but like you can get the cheap seats sometimes. You know what I mean? So these people wouldn't be your stereotypical Bruins fans. And honestly, there's a black dude. How many black dudes are season ticket holders for the Bruins?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I mean, I'm fascinated when I see a dude, like a black dude in Boston wearing a Bruins hat.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's true.
It's nothing racist.
Yeah, but I know it's true. It's true.
They don't prefer hockey.
No, they don't. No.
It
is a sport that's more expensive. That's for sure. When it comes to equipment, pads,
playing. It's more of a North Canadian fucking sport where it's cold all the time, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, there are good black hockey players. I mean,
there are. They're starting to break out. Finally.
But do you notice they're Canadian black hockey players? So I mean,
yeah,
it is what it is.
They're like born on skates up there.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, so the show doesn't make any sense. Now, if they said they were a Celtics season ticket, why couldn't they be Celtics season tickets? Red Sox, they could be at a game every night.
That'd be cool.
Or Patriots, they would be taking the commuter rail down to Foxwoods. Yeah. Foxborough, rather. Foxwoods. I want to go to Foxwoods. Yeah.
I love though how like speaking of sports though, like the I love how the Red Sox are like their ownership is just kind of still drunk on their championship. They haven't filled any. Did you hear they expect Pedroia to play 120 games this year?
They're dreaming.
It's not gonna happen.
He's not stupid because he's getting like 16 mil this year.
3 years left.
And yeah, they get pay him like that. They got to pay him 16 mil for like the next it was like each year, right? Something stupid like that.
It does go down each year, but it's like.
But if
3
he
years.
retires, he forfeits that.
Yeah.
They cut him; it's guaranteed. And so he's thinking to himself, "Fuck, I don't even have to play," which he didn't do last year. I could still make 16 mil.
Yeah.
If I retire, then I eat that money. I don't get that. Yeah. If they cut me, I get the money. So hopefully they cut him.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, they trade him. But who the fuck wants him?
Want him? He played 3 games last year.
So they might just trade him.
We might have been at the one he played at.
I think we were when we.
You mean Eric?
We had an early day at work.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah. That was.
That was so fucking hot.
That was May 2nd.
I was on a job site, and then Kama got me in the ass because I had to go back to the office to get my car, and I was fucking stuck on the red line for fucking 2 hours because the thing was broken down.
That I remember that day. That was actually I know the exact day. It was May 2nd. No.
Was it May 2nd?
No. But so yeah, I remember, that was I've never done that was like one of the first times I've done that in a long time to ditch work because what was it? It's like $5. Like, they were ridiculous.
Oh yeah, we got them for I think it was $15. We got the ticket. Yeah. And we were sitting like 20 rows off the fucking first baseline in the grandstand.
I am so mad that I didn't capitalize. And it just happened so fast. Remember in front of us, there were those 2 idiots, those girls that were talking, and they told us, you're talking in our ear.
Oh, yeah.
And I actually apologized, but I should have said, you know where you are?
Yeah.
Because everything is so cramped. Granted,
like a 1 o'clock game on a Thursday.
When we're all together, we are like a hurricane. We are all loud. I get it, but like, come on.
And I'm not going to lie, I was pretty intoxicated.
At that point, you weren't yet.
Not yet. No, I guess you're right.
You were getting there, but you weren't.
I was having a nice buzz because we had a couple of beers before we went into the game, and then I was riding that, and I had a couple at the game. And by the time the cutoff was, I was pretty drunk. So
yes,
yeah, I was enjoying myself.
Yeah.
And the Sox won. It was a good game.
It was a low scoring game, but it was fun.
It was either Sale or Price. I think we got a good pitching duel too.
It was a low scoring game though. I remember that.
We should do that again this year.
That'd be cool. Yeah, if that situation arises again, go for it. Yeah.
Exhale. What are we going for? Oh, the Red Sox riding it high. Yeah. So,
second base, no bullpen.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
No.
Listen. Who is their second baseman? They don't have one because they got rid of Kinsler.
It's Pedroia. 120 games, buddy.
Oh, God.
They're gonna get shoot, whatever his name is.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need a fucking. I mean, second base is kind of like. Ugh.
But the thing is, they think they can still do the same stuff they did last year, but they can't.
Yeah.
They got lucky last year. No one thought the Red Sox would win a World Series last year.
No one did. No fucking way.
Right?
No, not the fucking. It's the years you don't think they're gonna win, they win. Like the Patriots, you didn't think they won the fucking Super Bowls, yeah.
But exactly,
they won,
and it's hilarious. That's funny. The
the
Patriots
Red
and
Sox,
the Red Sox.
The Red Sox going into 2 weeks left of the season. I thought for sure the Yankees were going to beat them in the first round. I think we talked about this.
We
on the
all
show,
did,
and we said I don't see the Red Sox getting past the first fucking round. Then they get through that, and then they go, "There's no way they're beating Houston."
No way. Yeah, no way.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
And they swept them, didn't they?
Gentleman sweep. I think it was a 1-win.
Oh, it was a 1-win. Yes. Yeah. And then they gentleman sweep the fucking World Series too, only because that fucking game that we were sitting here. Were you here that night? You stayed that night, right? That Friday night we did the show, and there was that Game 3 of the World Series.
I didn't stay the whole thing. I was here for part of it, and then you guys had to.
We were flying out the next morning.
And
that game got over at 3:30 in the morning.
It was still up when you got
I got to tell you, the love of the Red Sox still exists because we were in Minnesota in a bar across the street from the Vikings stadium, right? It was a Vikings-Minnesota game, so it was predominantly Minnesota and Louisiana people there.
Yeah.
And we got to the bar, and they had the Red Sox game on. The World Series is obviously Game 5. It was the 9th inning. The volume was on, and there was a shit ton of people rooting for the Red Sox in that room. Nice. I think I might have been the only one with a Red Sox jersey on that I changed in mid-game. I switched from my Saints gear to my Red Sox gear.
That's cool.
And then I got hammered that night. Well, afterwards too. I was hammered before we got into the fucking Vikings game. Oh yeah. We went to this bar across the street, and we were hanging out with people, and we were just drinking like we had no responsibility. Yeah. And then we get into the game. We were drunk during the fucking game. And I remember I was watching the Red Sox game. I downloaded YouTube TV so I could get the game. It was like a free trial, whatever like that.
Oh, cool.
And Fox was on it, so you got to watch the game. And then like the fucking the Saints were killing them, so we left like 9th inning. We walked over, and then we drank some more.
Yeah.
And then we slept till about 11 o'clock the next morning. And then we went to the Mall of America, which was across the street, got lunch, and went back to a hotel and slept for another 4 hours, and then flew up.
Yeah.
It was a great day. That's what we did, something similar to that after the Super Bowl too. Yeah. Remember those recovery days? Remember when you didn't need those?
No, yes, exactly.
Remember when you were able to bounce back the next fucking day?
Your next day is gone.
Gone.
Like, it's gone.
It's
like, you're not right until at least 6 o'clock in the afternoon.
You might as well write it off. Like,
it's horrible.
Like, even if, like, Saturday we went out, we were back in our beds by 11 p.m. Yeah. I mean, we went down to Plymouth. We came back on the train. I passed out on the train. We walked in this door at 11 p.m., and we were probably sleeping right afterwards.
Yeah.
I was toast.
I can always tell when you guys are teetering on that because, especially from Suzi's texts, right? And they're funny. Like, I remember, though, I said something. It was about some big black woman was holding a shirt Eric wanted.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Right?
In the Super Bowl.
And I made, like, some, like, really nasty initials, like, with the what is it? And Suzi's like, she texts, that's so mean. And you got on me about it. And I was like, I'm saying this, but Eric has said things a million times worse than I've ever said, and you're getting on me?
She was trolling you. I think she was trolling you.
And then you were like, okay.
Yeah. Suzi was.
That's when you know that I'm...
And then I sent that picture of, like, two me's. I was like, I think Adam number 2 is going to kill Adam number 3. And there was one behind me. And you're like, what?
She's confused.
Yeah, very confused.
Very
drunk Suzi, right?
Very drunk, yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was just a drunken weekend. The fucking Super Bowl, I mean, that was a late night. We were out till 1.
Yeah, and you did call. Yes.
Yeah, and the city was open till 5.
Yeah.
We could have stayed out till 5 a.m. if we wanted to.
I know you're hammered when you're calling that halftime show the best halftime show ever seen. That's how I know when you're hammered.
It was. I was fucking loving it. I was dancing.
You were. I know you quoted it. You
said, I did miss
Arty,
SpongeBob.
Best halftime
so
show I've
no,
ever seen.
that's not correct.
Which it wasn't.
Apparently, I did see SpongeBob because you said yes. You commented on SpongeBob. Apparently, SpongeBob came over the big screen, and I started flipping out. Oh, fucking SpongeBob!
Well, I found out the reason why SpongeBob was actually in that.
Okay.
Because it was so misplaced. People were wondering why.
Yeah.
I guess like there was a giant campaign because like one of the creators of either Squidward or SpongeBob, somebody important in the SpongeBob world, a creator, died.
Yes,
he
died.
A giant petition to get like him into the Super Bowl, and it got so many signatures that the NFL put it in. Yeah,
because he died like the middle of last year.
It was something.
Yeah, the SpongeBob creator. Yeah, he had like cancer or something like that.
Yeah.
So he was only in his like 50 something. So so that's the reason they got him in there, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
That's Nola's favorite cartoon. She watches it every day. SpongeBob.
SpongeBob has its moments.
And Paw Patrol, yeah.
Paw Patrol. I don't know what that is, but it sounds
cool. It's like these dogs that are like police officers and firefighters. It's a cartoon on Nickelodeon.
I would hope it's a cartoon.
Yeah, if I didn't have dogs, or if people out there have kids, probably know Paw Patrol very well. They probably sit there and watch hours of Paw Patrol with their children. But they're dogs that talk and have municipal jobs. So I
they
guess
should. They should. They should contribute to society. Right? They should pay rent, right?
Yeah, they should. I mean, we pay their rent.
Yeah.
It's fucking like $25, $30 a month.
Yeah.
How many?
Pay
75 for these two fuckers. Each.
Yeah. Pay your worth.
Yeah, look at them.
Look at them. They're licking each
Sitting
other.
there just licking and
Oh,
pissing.
man, that'd be awesome.
This is how they make out. They clean each other's like jawline. Just imagine if Tommy was on that girl, YouTube girl, with the tartar on her teeth.
Oh my God, yeah.
He'd be
yeah.
going to town. Did we want to talk about that?
We can go into that a little bit. Yeah, I've never been so fascinated by hate that I can't stop. staring at
Disney
these
double
people.
dose.
Yes. The guy is obviously, she hogs the camera. She's always in the front.
Yep.
And he's standing behind her. And you could tell probably off camera, she's probably like, don't talk unless I cue you.
Yeah.
And she's off screen probably, we didn't get hit this many views this week because of you. She probably yells at him.
She's the type of girl that no one's ever told her what she's really like. Her friends have always been nice to her. I know I've met many people like this. Like,
We could be wrong, but
know,
I don't know.
she. How do I nicely say this? I don't think I can. She
Because
wouldn't
usually
be-
those people genuinely aren't nice because they're
jolly,
bigger and
big
bigger,
people.
yeah.
The big personality.
But her vibe, I don't feel it.
She thinks she's a 10 when she's like. She thinks she's a 10 that everyone loves.
No, I think
when she's a 4 and people could put up with.
No, I think she's thinking she's winning everybody over with her personality,
Yeah.
but it's fake. And behind closed doors, she's an evil bitch.
Yeah. She
You
could
know?
be. I think that's a very fair possibility. She controls her husband's life. He's not allowed to do anything and do anything on his own.
He's always 2 steps behind her.
Yep.
The camera's always close to her
And he's
face.
putting on a smile so he doesn't know how hurt he is.
Yes. He's going to steal one day his phone and go live on his channel and say all the horrible things
Yep.
that she does to him.
And then we have their friends with the girl with a lot of makeup and the gray
Yeah.
hairs,
Yeah.
who's only 29 years old.
Yeah, if you could put somebody else's head on her body, that'd be great. They don't show enough her body.
Okay, let's do marry, kill, and fuck. Okay?
Oh, boy.
The big girl from Double Dose Disney.
Okay.
The girl with the gray hair and the eyes.
Yeah, the makeup and all that
Makeup,
shit.
and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
Tim Tracker's redheaded wife. You have to kill, marry, fuck.
Okay, I got this.
Okay.
I got this. Okay, so I'm gonna fuck the annoying girl with all the makeup.
Okay.
Because I don't have to look at the face.
That's right. You can just turn around.
Right. I can just do whatever. Right.
And she get the makeup on. She can have the makeup on while you're having relations with her.
Down there. She's down there. But she could have it on there too. All right. So I'll still do her.
Okay.
I will. I'm gonna marry Jen Tracker. This is by default.
Okay.
No, this is because of my choice
Think
here.
she's a good wife?
Right. I think she's better than her.
Yeah.
Right.
You probably would think so, yeah.
And then the other one.
you're definitely saving your grocery costs.
Yes. And then the other one, she's just obviously.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill her.
Mm-hmm.
She's just that annoying.
Yeah, I think that's Barbara
Of the
Ball
couple.
Right. I think that was an easy one. I don't know why I have that.
I actually did have to think about it for a
Yeah.
second.
Yeah, it makes
But-
sense though.
They all have their problems.
Yeah,
that
I
annoy
mean,
me.
the double dose one, there's really no reason to,
No.
keep that one around.
No, they don't even dress themselves by names in their title. There's Mrs. or Mrs. Mr. and Mrs.
Yeah. Okay, well, okay. Kill, marry, fuck the husbands.
Ooh.
Now, we're not saying that you love men, but, like, you had, like, let's see. Oh, how about this? Kill, best friends, and
Wait, let me kill best friends.
have to be... Oh, no. So one of them you have to kill.
No.
One of them you have to be their best friend. And the other one you have to, like, make them become part of your family, like a brother.
Okay. I feel like Tim Tracker seems to be he's annoying. He talks like this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you.
Seriously loves the way he
But-
talks.
But I think because he could be my brother because he's not a threat to anything or gonna
Yeah.
cause a problem. I don't have to talk to him.
Yeah.
Like a lot of family, he could just be there.
He just be there. He's like a place. Okay.
Yeah. It's like I like you, but I don't have to like you.
Okay,
You
yeah.
can be there, right?
Okay.
And then, what are the other? What's the other options?
So did you kill? So that's your brother.
His brother.
The other one you have to kill, and the other one you have to be best friends with.
Okay, I'm
Like
gonna,
hang out every day of your life with.
All right, so that means it's the gay guy from the other girl, right?
So the girl with the gray hair with a lot of makeup, her husband.
yeah, I'm gonna kill him.
You're gonna kill him.
No, I'm gonna kill the other one for not having a balls to actually
Okay.
stand
Yes.
up to his yes.
So
right,
the
up to his
ginger
wife.
who's going bald.
Yeah, he's losing it. And
Okay.
the other one, I guess. Yeah, I'll be his friend. Yeah,
free
he's
friends.
Yeah.
He's no threat to you. What's he
No,
gonna do,
nothing.
right?
Yeah, he
He'll
can
probably
be
actually
fun.
pick up the tab occasionally too.
Yeah,
That's
maybe.
different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's so used to being browbeat by his wife because she probably makes him do everything.
He probably knows how to make a great martini.
I
if I
mean,
ever want one.
listen, ladies out there. If your husband to be allows you to have a Disney wedding, which at minimum costs $50,000,
Oh yeah.
minimum,
Minimum.
that's just getting you in the fucking door. That's
Yeah.
not counting your dress.
No.
You know, And then you gotta get all your fucking relatives and friends to fly down there. Nothing says selfish like a destination wedding. I'm gonna tell you that much.
That hall that he was walking in, it
Yeah.
looked like a conference room at the Red Roof Inn.
They're basically what they are. They're probably doing 7 weddings at a time.
Yeah.
And it's like, if anyone who wants to invite me to a wedding, first of all, if it's a destination wedding, don't expect a gift. I'm going to tell you that right now.
That's
so,
fair.
and it better be somewhere nice, because if it isn't somewhere tropical where I can actually make a vacation out of it, if it's like, I don't know, Texarkana, fucking Arkansas, I don't think so. I'm not going. I'm going to send you a card.
Yeah.
You know, well, maybe I'll be nice. If it's like fucking like, you know, Honolulu, or if it's somewhere I can justify taking a week off of work and going on vacation in the middle of the year, you know, and you just tell your boss, well, I got to go to a wedding. It's my good friend's wedding in Jamaica, you know, on an all-inclusive resort for fucking 2 weeks. Yeah. You know, but if it's like, you know, Disney World, I may go to your wedding because I do like Disney, but
I think you got to gauge on how much you actually like them.
yes. And I got to gauge how much of this wedding will see, because if I'm going to say you're getting married in Disney, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm going to get married at Disney. Okay, I'm gonna make a weekend of it. Make a long weekend of it. I'll go on for 4 days, right? How much time in that 4 days will your wedding take up?
Yeah, I'd say like
Will I be able to fit a theme park in at the beginning or afternoon? Because it looked like that wedding was like in the middle of the day, and then it was over at noon.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
That did not look good. Yeah.
And the DJ, I mean, he was just
Hating life.
Ugh. I've DJ'd parties of that nature where.
And you can read the floor where the lights are shining down.
Yeah.
No, that floor should be covered with dancing people.
It should be.
Dancing. Yeah.
Covered with dancing and bad decisions. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's what a dance floor in a wedding should be.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of barefoot betties.
Barefoot Betty's, huh?
Because they take their heels off.
Yes.
And they get the dirty feet.
That's true, yep.
The Blackfoot Betties. You know,
Blame them walking
in
around
Vegas,
those.
I'll sit there. I'll call them the Blackfoot Betties. They'll be walking up the fucking strip with their barefoot. Just
and they're
picture
like
them.
holding them by the
Oh, yeah.
their
They're
heels
like,
and their fingers.
they're holding them by the heels, and they're walking up the strip. It's going to be Suzi and the Revere girls at the fucking in June. You guys go in June, May? My sister's bachelorette party in Vegas.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that says bad news written all over it.
Oh, man, that does.
I mean, I only know from experience.
That's got questionable life choices.
I've been to 5 bachelor parties, including my first one in Vegas, and I got to tell you, nothing but bad decisions are made during.
So that
the
means you
weekend.
got another weekend alone. I was with you the last weekend alone. With
No,
Suzi
well,
J,
no,
right?
because the perfect beard is having his bachelor party that weekend.
Oh,
yeah. So we're going up to New Hampshire
Oh, there you go. All right.
for a bunch of dudes,
Perfect
and not a
beard.
chick for 100 miles.
Oh, man.
Should be an interesting, because you know if you're
just cracking the whip on that.
yeah, because you know if you're 4 hours into New Hampshire, what the strippers, if you got one, would look like at that point.
Yeah, you're not seeing nothing. Nothing good. No.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a bunch of dudes, about 10 dudes in a house. So put that. It's not Vegas. I gotta put it that way. You know, maybe Atlantic City. You know,
Yeah.
I would even take Plain River Casino because you know. But no, it's 4 dudes in a house in New Hampshire. So it'll be a story for the show. I can tell you that much.
will
I mean,
be.
I'm doing it for the experience at this point.
Yeah.
We're going paintballing and White River rafting.
Oh, that's cool.
So
actually.
I mean, it would be a little
all right, cool.
during
You're
the
not just
day.
gonna hang
Yeah,
on a house drinking beers. All right.
yeah. Well, at night. Yeah.
At night, yeah.
But,
But,
I mean,
all right, you got action-packed day.
I mean, one of the best bachelor parties I ever went to was my cousin Ryan's buddy Corey was getting married, and I'm kind of friends of his friends growing up. They're a few years younger than me, and he invited me over for the bachelor party. So I'm like, all right. So I'm like, what are we doing? He's like, oh, it's like $30. We got a limo van, one of those things, and we're gonna go see a comedy show at the Prince, and then we're gonna go to a strip club. And then whatever happens, we get the thing till like midnight. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I go over and we get on the limo bus and we go to Prince and we go to the comedy show. And then we're coming back into Lynn to grab some beers before we go to the cabaret. And one of their friends is completely drunk and pukes over the limo bus and delays us 2 hours. So we only got about an hour and a half in the cab, and it was the cabaret. So I mean that explains everything right there. And then double backs in town. The best part was when we got back to the house. So you get strip club strippers, but then you have like yellow paid strippers, and someone was dropping good money for these yellow paid strippers.
Is that above Craigslist strippers?
They're
though?
well, it's basically
yeah.
Craigslist, yeah. So I mean they were rough around the edges.
But they were.
And this was before Uber, and I was living in Everett, so I had to take the commuter rail to Lynn. I walked to the train station in Chelsea from my Everett house. Took the commuter rail into Lynn. Took a bus from Lynn to where the house was for the bachelor party.
Work.
Then took a $50 cab ride home from Lynn to Everett.
I wouldn't do that today.
No,
It's a lot of work.
yeah.
Too much
Now we
work.
just get Uber. It's just so much easier.
Yeah.
But double back. What's up, double back? Double back home. You going back to work? When? You look like you're going to work at home at Pep Boys. It's the Pep Boy colors. You get today off? Yeah. What'd you do with yourself? Oh. You go to the casino? Of course he didn't. I mean, usually he's at the casino on his days off.
No, I actually didn't go today.
Good for you.
I wish I had that kind of money to spend at a casino.
He likes the free plays. He gets the free plays.
I had it. I just didn't.
One of these days you're going to hit a free play and you're going to win $1 million. And we're not going to know. No one will know. No one will know.
I don't think he'd be able to withhold that kind of excitement.
I think he will. He's his poker face. I don't think he would show. If he had $1 million, he could have $1 million for
For a certain amount, I think he could hold the poker face. But
Yeah.
$1 million, I think that would be.
Probably tell if I go on random trips.
Yeah, let's go to Bermuda.
Oh,
If I start going on
maybe he's just racking up debt. Who knows? Maybe he's just irresponsible. Listen, we have a friend who goes on random trips. I mean,
It's the same friend we were talking about earlier.
the same one who had sex with the smelly girl or attempted to.
But yeah.
You missed the fat couple. We were watching them on YouTube. The Double Dose Disney. And they're what would appear to be an attractive friend, but then when she took her makeup off, it wasn't so attractive.
Yeah, she's pretty annoying.
And she had a
They
voice
used to
that would
show
just,
her body more.
she would drive you to a fucking drink. Yeah.
Did.
I mean, we
Seriously, just
can watch it later. I mean, it's available.
I don't know why I kind of want to
It's no potato. He's gonna go in this room and watch the newest episode of The Potato.
watch the potato.
I caught Joey in his underwear watching it in the living room. There you go. Oh, he's a subscriber though.
I appreciate it. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Potato.
Potato.
All right. I guess we'll leave it at that. I think we pretty much paved our way to hell tonight,
We've covered a lot of bases.
bashing everyone under the sun.
Pretty much.
Our positive on this episode was very negative.
It's okay. You gotta have those every once in a
yeah,
while. You know.
You would think you and I were like, the perfect specimen of a human being the way we talk about other people.
Oh, we are the total poster children for normalcy.
I don't think that we're bashing people or as much as we're just basically just telling the truth.
Unless, you should bash certain people.
Yeah.
You know, but
We bash people that are mean, but we'll point out the obvious,
exactly.
I mean, if you want to go and watch
Facts are facts.
Double Dose Disney,
Yeah.
go ahead. If you want to watch Jen and Scott,
If you want to watch,
ahead.
the potato and hate Ryan Johnson like I do,
yes, anti-Ryan Johnson, which I thought he doesn't even spell his name right. So
does not even spell his name right.
I seen a Ryan today spell Ryyan.
What?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I was listening to the house
gotta-
the house music station. It was like a DJ. And you know there's a DJ out there whose name's Arty, Arty, all capitals.
There's a YouTube channel, Dirty Arty.
Yeah. Well, it's not me.
I know he's a podcaster. It's Dirty Arty
It's my
channel.
dad.
I found out the other day. I was going to send you a photo of it.
I wish it was my dad. Imagine if you had a podcast called Dirty,
Dirty
Arty from the fucking basement of my parents' house, and you just had like hookers and like strippers are just like rolling in like. I would be jealous. It's a little more productive than we're doing. I would actually want to be on that show.
Good for him. Yeah.
Someday one of our kids are gonna be watching this show, and it's gonna be on the internet
I
forever.
mean, your kids, because I'm never having
That's
kids.
true. You never know.
Yeah, that's right. You never know.
You're gonna
Usually
have
people
a
who
kid
say-
when you're like 51.
Usually the people who say they're never having kids have kids.
You're gonna blow through a rubber with some fucking random chick, or you maybe already
I'm
have.
going to become blinded and be
Yeah.
like, you know what? Let's have children.
Maybe. Who
You never
knows?
know.
You don't want to. You don't want to die alone. You would be the.
No, I don't care about that kind of stuff, actually.
Yeah.
But
I think it's probably preferable to die alone. I mean, at the end of the day.
in the end, we all do.
Yeah, I guess so.
Why have more heartbreak and sorrow when you lose
Yeah.
the one you love? You're going to die alone anyway.
I mean, you're dying, so
Sounds
it's not like you're
depressing.
gonna feel any pain. You know what I mean? You're dead.
You can feel
You know
what
what I mean?
But it's true.
You're not gonna feel like the sadness of death
Yeah.
because you're dead.
Yeah.
And I feel like at a certain point, if you're dying from a disease, like you just give up. Anyways, your body just shuts down. It's like,
Then you're going to worry about that person.
yeah,
So,
Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of weird complications that could happen.
you know. That's why some people just blow their head off.
And on a morbid note, I see we've ended on. We went from just a bashing note to a morbid note and like 0.5.
In that case,
On that
I'm not saying that you should doctor or assisted suicide yourself, but I mean the option's there. So, I mean,
Rock and roll, everybody.
rock and rolls. Do it like my great grandmother did. What she did. She had all this. She paid for her own funeral. So when she
Yeah,
like
a lot of people do that. Good,
yeah,
that's
so when
good.
She, when
I
she died,
appreciate
it was
that.
like she didn't burden anyone for except she died in January, so they did have to keep her body on ice for like 8 weeks until the ground thawed, so they can dig a grave.
What the hell? I passed away a couple weeks ago, and the funeral was fine.
Well, sometimes if it hasn't been a frozen, like she died in a fucking ice frozen.
Oh,
It was like January, and it was frozen from like you couldn't dig. You know what I mean? So, but sometimes you're lucky because we had a couple warm spells, so the ground wasn't fully frozen. But
they have machines for that, and that
well, I
machine
mean,
still
yeah,
couldn't fucking.
I guess certain graveyards won't dig.
Damn.
Yeah, so we had a funeral and a wake, and then we had a remembrance ceremony when they finally put the lady in the hole. You know, what a waste of a wooden box. I swear people just dump them and they take the boxes and reuse them.
Get out.
Yeah. How would you know? You know what I mean? You don't see them fucking putting the dirt on the fucking casket.
It's true. It lowers
Yeah.
the thing. Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of money to spend on something that you never really got to enjoy to use.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
very true. Couldn't agree more, my friend.
Yeah. All right. Well, leave it at that. We'll be back next week. Me and Stu are leaving for Florida the week from Friday for spring break 2009. Right, Sue? Sue's gonna potty up like she was a freshman in college, like it was
You both will.
like it
Then
was
you're gonna
spring
hate
break
life the next day.
2005.
I would not be able to hang.
Oh, we're hanging.
Freshman in college.
We're actually surprised. I didn't want to tell you until we got down there, but we're hanging with freshmen in college. I scheduled the entire weekend. We're hanging out with the University of Florida freshmen sororities and frat houses. We're just gonna potty it up.
I could teach those fuckers a lesson. Granted, I would hate it more the next day.
Yeah.
I would hate life more probably than they would the next day,
yes.
but I could teach those fuckers a lesson.
Because I would be, you know what I would do? I wouldn't let them out drink or out anything. So
No.
I would push myself to the outer
You would
limits. of my
soldier
body.
up, and the
Oh,
next
that's
day,
right.
it's like never let them see you bleed. The next day,
Yeah. Next day I just disappear.
yes, yeah.
You know, one like 6 hour punt of pleasure and then 24 hours of fucking solitary.
Pretty much.
Getting your stomach pumped at the local hospital.
God, drinking charcoal, the mixture. Yeah,
Oh, you just get one of those IVs like they have in Vegas where you can
that's
get. You know what I
true.
mean? You
Yes.
know? Fuck. My problem wouldn't be drinking all night. It would be staying up because I'd be tired. And my
Yeah.
body's so immune to like espresso and fucking Red Bull, and there's nothing that can keep me up. Yeah, unless I'm dancing on the dance floor, I have to have the constant
You keep
dance
moving,
going.
keep moving.
I have to keep moving.
Yeah.
I can't sit there. I gotta move. You know what I mean? I gotta be dancing and
Yeah.
moving and
Sitting doesn't
have
help.
some kind of objective. So at the end of the night, Susie's gonna have to have sex with me because I need some objective to keep the night going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I know I'm just gonna go to bed, I'm like, oh, I'm not even fighting this battle.
Andy,
You know what I mean?
blowy, something.
Yeah, something. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
dangle the carrot in front of me and make me strive to my greatest. You know.
Give you a sugar cube.
Otherwise, I'm just going to sleep. You know.
That might work. If she passes out, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, well,
Look at
listen,
that.
hey, listen.
It's not rape if you're
We're
married to
behind
her.
closed doors.
You're married to her, so it's not rape.
Hey Adam.
So we were able
Hey Adam. Remember the time I slipped in the butthole?
You did sleep next to me in Florida. You did.
Who, me? Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, we did sleep in the same bed.
Yeah, I didn't have pants on.
Florida. No, I had a
Maybe.
barrier of pillows.
Nah, I was fucking hammered. That was after we went to that seedy strip club with fucking Mikey.
Which wasn't even a strip club because
No,
they
yeah.
didn't stay fucking closed.
They were dancing around their bathing suits.
I don't even consider that a strip club.
No, Mikey got some kind of special deal.
Something
though.
weird happened there. I don't
Yeah.
know what that was.
Yeah,
I think we should all make a trip to Johnson City, Tennessee.
that was random. Why?
What's in Johnson City? No one can hear.
Yeah.
Susie wants us.
Susie wants us to go to Johnson City.
What's
you
in
know.
Johnson City?
It's my hometown. You guys have never seen
Yeah,
anything
but wasn't
like
it-
it.
wasn't
See, he should have known that, not me.
No, I know that, but like we were just talking about seedy strip clubs where Mikey paid money to finger blast a stripper, and he goes, "Well, you should go to Johnson City."
I don't
want
even.
to talk about some seedy strip clubs.
That was not a strip club, though.
wasn't, no.
It wasn't. But remember those Asian guys eating wings?
Oh, that fucking grossed me out.
I was trying to get you to order them, but you weren't even hammered enough to
No.
order them. I was like, come on.
No, I smoked that fucking whole pack of Marlboro Reds like I was a fucking chain smoker. Literally, because the only thing you could do in there was drinking. I
think that was the first cigarette I had had. I was having a cigarette with you. I think it was the first cigarette I had had in about 5-6 years.
You remember we were sitting in those like leather chairs and like
Ooh,
Mikey-
imagine what's been done on those
Oh,
leather
who
chairs.
knows?
No, because
Yeah.
Suze, here's the thing. I'm not even kidding. This portion where we were wasn't much of a strip club. They had to
No.
have their tops on.
Yeah.
And then that one girl who did take her top off, remember the guy came and was like, no.
Yeah, he was
that
like, put
girl
those away.
who worked there who was wasted.
Oh, she was hammered,
She was
yeah.
hammered. But I was talking to her because she was hilarious.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, I was trying to just like entice her. See, she's like, I'm like, oh, is it a good day? And she's like, no, I got engaged today. I'm like, well, that sounds fun. She's like, I bring home all the money.
And then she was like, my name, and she was showing her tramp stamp that had her name or something
Yes,
on it. Yeah.
she had the tattoo of her ex.
Oh, yeah,
on,
that's what it was.
on her. It was
Yeah.
somewhere. It was her arm or her back somewhere. She's like, this
So
is my ex.
Adam and I are just ripping butts, drinking beers, watching the ambiance go down. And I think I touched the ground barefoot because my sandals slipped off. I had sandals on.
Oh, dude, I
yeah,
didn't
I
know
think
that.
I touched.
Oh my
I think I touched them.
God.
You slept next to me.
Ah.
Maybe.
No, I think I thoroughly showered after that because I was in the
He
gas.
probably washed his feet. He always washes his
Yeah,
feet
I'm like
before he
a
gets in
weird
bed.
And I know you put your hoodie on.
Ah,
and
yeah.
going to bed like
Yeah,
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't let any skin be exposed.
No,
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 I
no,
know,
no.
I know.
It's gross. I don't know what people did in that bed before me.
I know. That's why. Yeah.
Yeah. Just think of all the fucking bad decisions that were made in that bed.
Yeah.
Just think, fucking the double Dutch Disney twins
Double
could have
Dutch.
been on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or fluids could have been leaking on the bed prior to your, sleeping there. So who knows? We'll leave it at that. What are you plugging, sir?
Oh, check out the potato. I got to start working on my St. Patrick's Day video this weekend.
Potato.
I'm starting filming then.
Are we doing a crawl?
Oh God.
we should.
I don't know if I can.
Isn't it sad? Remember how excited every year we were so like, all pumped for the
I
fucking.
got my birthday's this weekend.
Oh shit! It is
Yeah.
25th,
Sure.
No.
the day. 23rd.
23rd. That's it.
Nothing. I don't know yet. A few things up in the air, but I don't
Oh,
know
it's
yet.
like
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's going on? What's happening?
Man, it's not a milestone birthday, man.
No,
It's
I
just
mean,
like
it's fucking 43.
It's a mile.
no, it's not.
43. I mean, that's a birthday.
43. What am I, Eric?
Yeah, look
Still in
at-
my 30s, man. I'm in my 30s.
How am I gonna be? I'm gonna be 35. So it's 36.
Yeah.
36. Yeah, just another day in the park, I guess, right?
Just another day in the park.
Yeah, not ideal or anything.
50, 21. Those are milestones.
23rd. I knew it was the 20 something.
Yeah.
Couldn't remember what.
Remember, I had the
Give me
same
a clue.
birthday as
Mhm.
Todd and Brianna.
Fuck, you do have. That's right. Todd's birthday's the same day too. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Maybe the,
Pisces a rule that day.
you know what'd be funny if you, Todd, and Brianna all just were in the same room together on Saturday.
No.
I'd pay to see that.
I no, I would watch them just get hammered and see what happens. I
Yeah.
would not be part of that group.
Would you ever be involved in a gangbang with everyone in the gangbang? Like there could be multiple guys and girls, but you don't have to do anything gay. You just everyone had the same birthday though. You guys were all born on the 23rd
I
of
actually
February.
did a long time ago date a girl who had the same birthday as.
Nice.
That was interesting.
As long as you have the same last name as you, because that can become weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who was it that I was talking to? No, it's going off subject. I think I was listening to the truck driver station. This guy got married to a girl who had the same last name as him, so she didn't have to change her name.
Spelled the same way too, huh?
Yeah, I heard.
The only reason why you got married?
I don't know. I don't think that was the only reason. I think it was just convenience.
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know why I thought about that.
I did meet a girl a long time ago who only wanted to date me because my name was Adam. Her name was Eve. I'm serious. She was Asian too. It was weird. I'm like, you only want to date me because my name is Adam. She's like, yeah.
So she had the
Was that her marriage?
she had the side
I don't know.
she had the sideways.
I was immediately turned off by that at that point.
Yeah, the
'cause
sideways-
That's the only reason. She admitted that was the only
Yeah.
reason she wanted to date me.
Nice. Do you guys eat an apple naked? Should have.
That would have been a funny line though.
Yeah.
We're gonna eat an apple naked together.
You know what she said when she wanted to have sex, she'd be like, "My evil snake is fucking looking for a fucking peck."
I'm a serpent now.
yeah.
Yeah.
You just take your cock out and just fucking flop it around.
I'm gonna be in your garden in a minute.
Yeah, there you go. See, there you go.
Oh,
get,
man.
get all dirty. See, she should have knew us 10 years ago. You go to all
right.
these lines.
Damn.
Let's go back into a time machine. I'm gonna be there in the room. I'm gonna be sitting there.
No, never mind.
Imagine we sat there like, Adam, hey, tell her about your snake.
Oh man.
Yeah. All right, Packy.com.
Yes.
Subscribe to us.
Packy.com.
Listen, if the idiots are getting 1,000,000 views for their videos, there's no reason this radio show shouldn't be getting any else. Tim Tracker's podcast gets an average of 2,000 fucking views.
And let's talk about Disney pins at Target.
No, I'm gonna, yeah. fucking podcast. I don't even want to get involved. All right.
Good night,
I'm getting
everybody.
angry. Good night. We'll see you next week. Toodaloo.